Hey everyone, can you pass the Joe Satriani fretboard test? I'll show you how. What? You don't know the Joe Satriani fretboard test? Hey, I'll let Steve Vai tell you about that. But after today, if you ever have the opportunity to take a lesson from Joe Satriani, you will be able to pass the fretboard test. I promise. Hey everyone, Paul here, PZ Guitar, your virtual practice partner. You know, Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, they are guitar gods. They grew up about 10 minutes, a 10-minute walk from one another, growing up as kids. Not too far away from here, just about 5 miles south from where I am right now in Nassau County, Long Island. And Joe is about maybe 4 years older than Steve. I'm not quite sure, but about 4 years older. But when Steve was a very young, maybe 12 or 13-year-old, he used to take lessons from Joe Satriani. And well, I'll let Steve tell you about one of his lessons with Joe. Check this out.
Lessons you wrote, memorize all the notes on the guitar.
That's all.
And in 1 week. And of course I thought, nah, there's no way I'm never going to memorize them because I just can't. And I came back to a lesson, and one of the first things Joe says is, okay, play an F sharp on the B string. And I went, and he goes, stop, lesson over. And you wrote down in the book, and I still have it, if you don't know your notes, you don't know SH exclamation mark, and sent me home.
Wow.
It was
So that's the fretboard test. Name, show me, play the F sharp on the B string. Play this note on that string. Play this note on that string. It's being able to know your neighborhood, being able to know your fretboard. And that's a very important thing. I have great drills. They're probably floating about right here. Playlists on how to learn the fretboard, especially if you're a beginner, or anyone actually. It's all about the order of sharps and the order of flats as they appear on the circle of fifths. And when you get right down to it, you got to memorize these two phrases. Fat cats go down alleys eating birds. That's the order of sharps. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, and so on. Those are the order of sharps as you go around the circle of fifths. If you go in the other direction, if you go counterclockwise, you do the circle of fourths. That's the order of flats. Big elephants are dancing gracefully, carefully, and freely. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. It's actually the reverse of the circle of the circle of fifths. It's actually the opposite of the order of sharps. Order of sharps is opposite to the order of flats, and vice versa. And that's a great way to learn this fretboard. And so what you now do after you learn the fretboard that way, you now add this one thing. Take, pick 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 notes a week or day. Just pick a couple of notes and find all of them on the fretboard, because you now have gone through the circle of fifths and circle of fourths, and you got a pretty good feel of this. You'll notice patterns. Like one of the immediate patterns that you'll know is, like, for example, open E, 12 frets up. That's also an E. So you know that anything that's 12 frets apart is the same note. It's an octave apart. You'll find out all different types of patterns here. As a matter of fact, check this out. Here's an example. Let's do arbitrary. Let's just do A, the note A. Find all the A's on this board, on this fretboard. This is a 20 fret guitar. So let's go take a look at let's just start at the low strings and go all the way up. So where's an A? Well, fret 5. That's an A. Well, you know what? 5 and 12 is 17. So on fret 17, that's an A as well. Okay, well, you know what? Let's now go to the next string. Well, this is a gimme. Open A, 0 fret is an A, and 12, that's also an A. Let's go to our D string. Well, where's the A on the D string? Well, it's going to be fret number 7. That is an A. Well, 7 and 12 is 19. I can go up to 19. I can get up. There it is. That's also an A. And let's go to the next string. After we go to this one here, the G string. Well, if it's going to be G, then I know that's the 2nd fret is going to be an A, and 2 plus 12 is 14. So if I go up to 14, that's also an A. So if I'm going to play, so if it's going to be the note A on the B string, well, B, it's not going to be up here, but it's going to be just 2 frets back of the 12th fret. So fret 10 is an A, but you know what? I don't have a 22 fret guitar, so that's the only note on that string. And we've already done the E string, so let's do it again. Note number 5 and number 17. Those are the A's. You get the idea. So pick a different note all the time, and you'll be able to then pass the Joe Satriani fretboard test. So, oh, by the way, on that B string, the F sharp is going to be fret number 7. That's where it is. And oh, by the way, it's also going to be 12 frets up from that. That's 7. That's going to be on fret 19. Bet you forgot about that one. Hey, keep practicing and I'll see you soon.